to the 35 episodes of the Kiefcast, and as you guys wanted, I made a poll between either doing like a more of a deep dive talk on more Persona 5 Royal or uh, a Waifu Husbano talk, and that seems to won the poll, so that's what we're gonna do. Of course, I'm not alone. I'm here with uh, my girlfriend Violet, and also I guess the Arbiter. What's up, bro? I don't know how to
Hey, how's it
segue.
going, everybody?
Yeah. So we're just gonna talk about like characters that we admire, in fiction, or some maybe like more like an ideal romantic choice. Some like just someone that you really admire. So it's the way we're gonna do this is like, well, uh, anyone in the chat or will anybody like have a suggestion of character, and I'll just showcase it in the Google, and we'll just talk about it and just segment it that way. So I guess I can start with you, Arthur, since you're the guest. Do you have like a favorite fictional character you want to look at? I mean, take a look at,
Oh man,
or
Schnitzel from Shatter, I love him. He's wonderful.
uh,
He's
who is it
he's
again?
strong. Schnitzel from Shatter. He's strong. He's caring. He has a
See,
heart of gold. Never watched Shatter.
wait, I'm not too familiar with that. Can you? Because I don't want to
Well,
misspell. Like,
you want a picture of Schnitzel from Shatter? Let me. I don't know
yeah.
if you can pull it. Pull it up. Look at this. Like,
I was warning the chat in advance. My spelling may not be the best on some things, so but
I gotta pull up the chat soon. I don't got it. Ah, God, I. Why did I have to Google this?
yeah.
Shatter's got some weird fan art out there, man. It's horrible. There we go.
Let's see. Wait, oh wait, hold on, no, 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 no.
DeviantArt went wild, but yeah, I got a photo. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me
Yeah.
Well, in the meantime, Violet, do you have like a husband you want to talk about, or
Well,
waifu, whatever?
besides Joker, uh, yeah, people know me as the secret number one Joker fan. But I will talk about my third one. I think is Handsome Jack from Borderlands. Well, the Borderlands series, since season one, pre-sequel, two, and Tales of Borderlands, the first Tales of Borderlands game.
Nice.
He, he, he he's the main villain, basically. Well, depending on where you start, he's a villain or uh helps the character out. Full ton throughout, I would say.
Yeah. I think I'll go reverse order too. Like, I could talk about waifus all day, but like husband, oh yeah, Joker's like an obvious. But if it's not him, I'd say, uh, kind of like a cult classic, like Lelouch from Code Geass. Like kind of the similar reasons like you like sort of like a good like depending on your viewpoint. Like he's either like a bad guy or like a good guy, but like a bad guy. I mean, like a good guy, but with like not a black and white review of like good or wrong. He will do like devious things to get what he wants, and it's like I love characters that kind of play like villains like that, but they're not actually villains, but they are villains by necessity. You know what I mean? Like it's like so cool. But yeah, for waifus, of course, like Kasumi, like it's obvious. Like yeah, she's the main girl from Persona 5 Royal. She's the new character that you can date in Royal, but um, she's just like I don't want to say too much because that's going to get into spoilers. But in general, like her whole arc. Well, if you keep up with like, Royal streams, you kind of really know like what she's all about. But like, it's just it goes from one direction to the other direction, and it's just you like at least in my case, you can't help but feel sorry for the character of what she's going through because it's a little bit traumatic, and it's like if a character's like maybe really nice, then there's probably some sort of like history behind them, but and that's what I come to appreciate about Sumi in general. Do you have like a talking point for that, Violet, about Sumi herself? Well, yourself really.
No,
Okay.
I really don't have. Like I said, I try to not have an opinion about the Persona 5 girls because of my position of role playing as them. So
Right.
I try not to, unless if it's in secret.
Yeah. Well, what are well? I guess besides the obvious, like who is your favorite Persona 5 girl? Like, well, what you're comfortable talking about then?
Well, what was my favorite?
Mm-hmm.
It would be Kamakami, but a lot of people aren't gonna like that.
Kawakami. Yeah. Kawakami is uh like low key, like she was the first, like the we're talking about the original Persona 5, like she was the first one that I had no choice but to date because I wanted to date Makoto, but because Makoto was locked behind increasing on some of your stats, I had no choice. So it's like, okay, I guess I'm dating the teacher then.
The
The
first Persona character I dated was Anne, and I regret that. I regret that.
yeah, and it's not a bad choice. It's just if you I feel like in some people in the fandom have higher standards. Some people have particular standards, but we won't really get into that. But hey, it's like
Yeah, because I don't want to set fire.
that's
That's just
like
how
Xander Mopus. Xander Mopus, the voice behind Joker was smart. Like he probably has a biased character that he likes, but he's never gonna say who he actually likes because he doesn't want to.
But I want to note this: all the Persona 5 girls are unique in their own way. Besides the Devil Reporter, she, I obviously don't like her. I make that blatantly clear.
Yeah, I haven't seen anyone admitting that they like the reporter either. She's just
Oh,
so
I have.
boring.
I have. The
Or it's
roleplay community.
or it's
There is some
maybe
guys
like the
in the
one.
roleplay
It's like maybe
community like
like
her.
the 5%. But so Arbor, do you have like a, I guess, waifu or someone that you consider like in that vein?
Serious? I don't think about it like that. I guess, but I guess characters that I really love, Bayonetta probably.
Oh
But
yeah.
that's kind of obvious. Like, who the fuck doesn't like Bayonetta? Um, Let me see. I'm trying to think. Uh,
Yeah, Bayonetta is getting the spotlight.
That's
All
a
right.
hot bomb right there. If you,
I guess
there
to
should,
continue. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
yeah.
To continue on the Persona point, I guess, and I haven't played Persona 5 yet, so I don't know anything about that, and I don't care about spoilers, so no worries. But I guess when I played Persona 4 originally, and this was like a long time ago, it's still in high school, you know. I think I
Yeah.
went with Chie at the time. I'm pretty sure that's the one I went with. Uh, I don't really have any opinions on that, but
Yeah. She.
yeah.
I for Persona 4, the original, I went with Yukiko because I don't know. She's cool, but I don't particularly I don't particularly like her in that way. You know what I'm saying? Like she's like more like a friend. It's like oh tomboy
Oh,
friend or
she is
whatever.
really annoying. Like I don't like her at all now. But back in the day, that's what I went with. Yeah, I guess regrets. I probably should have gone with someone else. I don't know who though.
Yeah, if I had a more of a chance to pick, it probably would have been Naoto. To be honest, because Naoto's like
And was
uh,
that
the
the idol?
the detective girl.
No, that's
Oh, that's a good one actually. Yeah, that one was a
Yeah,
good one.
detective, Prince Detective.
basically the original Akechi. Only Persona 5 would know what that means, but it's like he's basically the detective of P5. That's all I'm gonna say for now. But
Yeah, I'll get to it when I get to it.
yeah, but yeah, but yeah. Naoto's pretty cool. If we're gonna talk about Persona 3, then it's like freak man. Like I think in 3 I dated Mitsuru for FES at least, because it's like man, like people that know me, like I'm into redheads, so that's the obvious thing. The other thing is like um she's like the oldest of the group of the C's members, and also one of the hardest social links to really get, because basically she's like Makoto from Persona 5, but up to 11 to be honest. And it's like if anyone that has a good representation of the Empress Arcana, Mitsuru actually fits that pretty well. Same with Haru too, but like Mitsuru commands that presence with the Empress Arcana. That's all I'm gonna say for now. Because I can't wait to play Persona 3 Portable, where I get to play as FemMC, which is another like girl that I like in 3. But the only difference is like in Personas you can date these girls, but in 3 Portable you literally get to become the waifu. So it's like that's pretty cool.
Become okay.
Yeah, right. Portable FemMC.
When's that coming out again? That's soon, right? January.
Yeah.
That's coming out, yeah, pretty soon.
Mhm.
There's still no news on how much it's gonna cost.
Yeah, that's a mystery, right? Because it's an
Yeah.
old game.
People are predicting like it's gonna be like portable, where it's $20, but you never know
20
with
to 30.
Atlas. You never know with Atlas. Sometimes they like to keep things under wraps.
I'm predicting 20 to 30, but they could pull 30, 40.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Um. Okay,
I guess it depends on how much work they put into it, but
So our very own Akechi here says he likes Futaba, Tei, Chihaya, Haru from Persona 5. And then for Husbanos, he loves Yusuke and Akechi for the dudes. So I was like, those are respectable choices, dude.
yeah, those
Like Futaba, especially,
are
like,
respectable,
yeah,
honestly.
she's the
Yeah.
youngest, but it's like I get it. Gamer girl that listens to video games, that's the weeb dream, I suppose. So I get it.
Yeah.
Um,
But that was not my stick, though.
no, neither she's mine. But I respect people that like Futaba. I personally can't get into her. I'm sorry.
I do respect people. Fact is, I could do my roommate, so.
Yeah. Um. So when it comes to other like waifus, let's see. Trying to think. I've recently got. Who's that girl with the eye patch and chainsaw, man? Like I don't remember her name, but she is like kind of.
I,
I like her
I don't know.
because
I
I've been
hear,
chainsaw man eye patch
heard that she
girl.
died in the last
Yeah, I know.
well,
She
episode.
I
recently.
didn't want to say that in case anyone was like behind.
Yeah, but whatever her name. Oh, Himano. But whatever her name is like she kind of like I didn't really like anybody, but like she kind of like she had a really cool design. And it's like oh, she has an eye patch, so obviously she's a badass.
Keith,
You
I
know.
gotta ask, you got safe search on, right?
You got
Just
what?
you're playing a very dangerous game here. I'm just gonna say that right
Oh
now.
yeah, I know. Well, I haven't looked up like
Oh, word.
R34 on it, so I think it's okay. But yeah, I get it. But But yeah, Eye Patch Girl is like really cool. Um, uh, and also Yor from Spy Family. Um,
I mean, that's the one of the year, right? That's the one everyone's going after.
That's the waifu of the year. There's no going
yes,
without that.
yes, like freak man, like she's the whole package. That's all I'm gonna say. She's like the whole package. It's like how many animes? Like most animes are like based in high school, right? So it's like, uh,
Yeah, yeah. I know what you're gonna say. Okay.
so it's great that for once we get another MILF or another like
An adult, yeah.
adult. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, it
Uh,
didn't take me two brain cells to order a minifigure of your.
yeah.
It normally takes me like 6 months to order a figure of my favorite character, so it took
Mhm.
me less than a month with your.
Yeah. But yeah, yours the whole package. Lloyd's not bad either. If you're into him, like it's like both of them have like this. They both of them complement each other. Like your, yeah, she assassinates people and stuff, but she's trying her best to be like become like the ideal mother, and then Lloyd is already like top notch. He's basically a spy. He knows his spy lingo. He knows how to infiltrate. It's like, dude, how can you not like this couple, this power couple, right?
Sold some shit.
Mhm.
That's probably why it got big so fast, is because of just on how the anime works with those two.
Mhm.
Also, the manga helps too.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
far behind in all of that. I haven't. I've been keeping up with Chainsaw Man, and that's it.
Yeah. It's that and
No mind for
Chainsaw.
anything else
That
right
and
now.
Chainsaw Man are the only ones I kept up with in terms of new things.
It's hard, right? It's hard to get into. I just find it really difficult to relate to like high school settings, and anime has a lot of that. So I just find it
Yeah,
really difficult to
I
watch it because I'm
I
like, this is.
understand. That's like if you're getting to Persona,
Yeah,
it's like, oh,
I have.
I can date adults,
I
but
have.
also can date high schoolers. So I understand that's like a dangerous thing. But I see it as like, yeah, if you're gonna have it set on that, then yeah, you're gonna probably pick like the type of like either female or male that fix like an archetype that's flavored to you. But
Oh,
yeah,
I'm
and
not talking
some,
about like the waifu thing specifically. I just mean in general. Like it's really hard to get into anime where like the main character is Asian.
yeah,
It's like I don't find anything relatable about that.
yeah,
So I'm like
nice.
I'm not up to date with anything aside from those two things I mentioned.
Yeah. Well, that's the nice thing about like anime because it's like, yeah, you have those, but then there's a lot more adult shit like Berserk or whatever that you could just watch and just have a good time with without
I keep
all
getting
that
that recommended, man. I'm gonna have to check that one out soon.
cookie cutter stuff. Yeah. I mean, like Elden Ring is kind of based around Berserk a little bit. Like I haven't beaten it, but it's like there's obvious like inspirations. Well, Dark Souls in general, I believe, is like that.
Are you playing Dark Souls? Oh, sorry, not Elden Ring right now, or did you
I
ever
was in the middle of it.
get around to?
I'm stuck. I can't, I'm taking a hiatus from it right now. I've been
Oh,
taking.
really? I haven't even like started yet. Um, looks fun, but
I if I ha- I may want to start over with a magic class because I heard like if you're a magic class, it's a lot of an easier time than uh, melee or trying to sneak around or whatever. It's like because a lot of basically almost anything can kill you pretty much in that game.
yeah, I kind of typically am a magic user whenever I play games like that, like off the bat. So I guess
Yeah,
it's good to know.
yeah. Uh,
You got
see.
any more waifus you want to talk about, Keith?
Trying to
Anything?
think.
Anything else?
Yeah,
Oh yeah. So me and Tessa have played Soul Hackers 2. So there's two waifus that I want to talk about. Do you want to start with Ring? When I talk about Ringo, Violet.
Yeah. I wish that her Phantom Thief outfit was free,
I'm sure.
not locked behind a fucking paywall.
Everything's
Yeah.
paywall
Way
now.
hotter with that on.
Yeah. Just gonna highlight Ringo and Fig because both of them
I
are
say
like.
that because if anyone knows Ringo, they're AI sentient something. They're not human completely.
Yeah, from the get
Basically,
go, they're definitely not teenagers or humans. They're just saint. They're like what Android 18 or 2B or any of those characters are like not human, pretty
Like
much.
AI.
Yeah, AI.
Okay.
I mean that's what's nice about SMT. I mean SMT in general because it's like a lot of the characters are typically humanoid, but not 100% human unless that was like the intention behind it. Um, it's like Demi Fiend. Yeah, he starts off as a human, but he becomes a hybrid. Nahobino's almost the same way. And then Ringo and Fig are basically sentient AI humanoid
our
things.
Joker turned into a god.
Oh yeah, well Joker can do that and also summon
I
gods.
swear.
Same with like Narukami and Dorkun. Like they go beyond like human
The
potentials.
human exploitation.
Yeah. But yeah, Ringo and Fag are just love them both. Um, I mean, even though I haven't really played much of it, they're like the new like character designs from the Pokemon Violet and Scarlet has like some good, like especially the gym leaders, right? Have some good designs, right?
Yeah, I don't know on how old they are, but I like one of them from Team Star. Um, it would be the fire one. I also like the electric gymless. I'm waiting for those
Iona.
ages to be, yeah.
Oh, I don't trust her. I do not trust.
See?
She's about to start a controversy just to get some fucking views. I don't trust her.
Yeah, like that rival that constantly bugs you. She does not look that young, and you can
Okay, so
never.
I know the names a little bit.
Uh,
Nimona, I think.
yeah, you can never like tell with these games. Sometimes it's like their actual age was like really they're this old, and it's like oh okay.
I'm gonna wait until their age comes out until I'm fully like saying, hey, I like this. But for right now, that's where I stand with those two.
Mm-hmm.
I like them, but if I find out that they're any younger than 18, I'm sorry, I can't.
Yeah, it's like that's what I mean. It's like why even like Game Freak is not the only one that has this issue. It's like anime. Like I give the most infamous example. Yoko from Gurren Lagann's the most infamous one. It's like, bro, you tell me she's that age, but actually she has a
But
time
she
skip. But
was
actually,
older than 14 at one point. Even looking at her, I
yeah,
thought she was way older.
I was like, what the freak? Anime studios.
And now, when I
Yeah, it's
found out she was 14, my mind just shut down.
I'm like even like when I was younger and I saw I was like she's not 14 years old. Shut the fuck up.
you're like 5 years old. You're like, nah, that's not true. I don't
Yeah.
believe you.
They have
Yeah.
boobs. They are over at least 17.
Yeah. But yeah,
It's
it's
yeah, it's dangerous territory. I don't, I really don't
yeah.
like running that shit.
Yeah.
It is wild.
But
Yeah, it is.
I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to wait until ages are confirmed at this point. Because
You
I know
gotta
I'm just
verify
gonna
the
say
ages.
like
are
this. It's
getting.
like if they have a canon birthday, then at least you have something to go off of. That's
Yeah.
all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, that's kind of why the Persona 5 characters kind of They have canon birthdays, by the way. So people who are afraid to look up on the wiki, look the birthdays up before you start saying, "Oh, they're underage." I'm getting tired of that.
Yeah, at least
Look
they get
the
older.
wiki.
Like Narukami from the arena games is like obviously out of high school, so it's like they obviously get older if they're going to continue on the series. Uh, and at least I would say in Fire Emblem Three Houses, you're a freaking college professor essentially. So it's like, and typically like my waifu from that is like they have time skip, but then the professor themselves is like
If I
adults.
believe
Good.
my brother and sister are the exact same age as the Persona 5 uh, cast member, the like Anne and main teammates.
Uh huh.
So, and they're over the age of 20.
Yeah.
So, because I know my brother and sister's birthday very much. If they have a kid,
Also you have to keep in mind like the Japanese like laws with like these games like yeah in some prefectures like 16 plus is like the okay thing, but again like
but
another can of worms you don't want to mess with, but it's like that's the thing over there, it's a little bit
I'm
different.
gonna say, yeah, if you live in Japan, it's okay. But if you don't, pay attention to your laws, please,
Yeah. Yeah.
because it could get you into a world of trouble.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I try to not mess with that.
Of course
I
not.
stay away from Kamoshida role players too, for that reason.
That still gets me. It's like, why would someone pick such a role when they know they're gonna get in deep in trouble? I don't get it. But deviating from that, like, I don't know, like, what's like a fictional character in the past, like maybe in the past like 5 years or so that it was like, oh, this person's cool. Maybe no, you don't
Steven
necessarily find them
Stone,
like romantically cool, but like it's
Professor
like,
Sycamore, those two.
um,
Steven Stone and Professor
uh,
Sycamore.
a professor. Oh, Professor Sycamore. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gotta be
Steven Stone? Is it like Stone
old.
Cold Steve
Well, he's
Austin?
gotta be at some. He's gotta at least be overage. What?
Oh, okay. No, like, you said Steven Stone. I was thinking Stone Cold
Yeah,
Steve Austin. I
Steven
had to look
Stone
this up.
and Professor Sycamore are my favorite Pokemon
I
male
Yeah.
thought,
characters.
It's
I thought you were talking about wrestling for a sec. I was like, what's happening here?
yeah, it's the professor from I think X and Y is the one she likes. I
Yeah.
actually
I
like the
remember him. Yeah.
I like Professor Juniper, the female one in black and white. Like she's pretty cool too. But yeah, uh,
Uh, any characters. No, I'm not. No, I can't say that because he's not even aged up yet. But when I was a kid, I used to like Ash Ketchum.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, makes sense. You were a kid at that age too.
We all had like crushes. Like
So,
I'll even admit, like when I was around that age, I used to have a crush on May from Pokemon. Like back then, I was at the appropriate age though. That's my defense on that.
yeah,
Oh
I
yeah, that's
was the appropriate age when I liked that. But like I said, I was the appropriate age.
Yeah.
I don't like Ash now. He's too annoying. Very annoying.
Did you grow out of him?
Yeah, pretty much. As soon as I got into
Well,
middle
she went
school,
from Ash to Sycamore. I think she more like the crowd.
That makes sense. Yeah, yeah. Like you're in middle school, it's like this kid is gross now, yucky. Tear off all
yeah,
your posters.
Then I like Yugi Moto,
Oh yeah.
Yami or just Yugi?
not Kid Yugi, the one that lives in the
I was gonna say
Oh
Kasumi.
yeah, that's Yami. That's Yami Yugi. Yeah,
Yeah, I
badass. I
in
love him.
terms of Yu-Gi-Oh, yeah, Akiza from 5Ds is pretty big, but like I like man maybe Jade and Yuki, the one from GX, the protagonist from GX. Like oh man, like elemental heroes are so cool, such a cool
I
archetype.
like season zero Yami. Straight
Oh
up
hell yeah,
murking bad guys.
Oh yeah.
That was awesome.
yeah.
He finds a serial murderer and he's like, "Hey, let's play some fucking some fucking card games.
Yeah.
Here you go. Let's
Yep.
play Go Fish."
Uh-huh. Uh,
What else?
about
Um, did we get into Tales of
oh, Tales series,
Berseria?
yeah. Um, Berseria, like thankfully the Berseria cast girls are like adults, so it's like you pick any of them, then you're good. And it's like Eleanor's like my bae, like yeah, everybody can pick like either Velvet or Magilu. I think those are good in their own right. As like I went for I more or less went for like the underdog of the trio. But do you have a favorite Tails character that you like? Violet.
Um, if the only ones I can remember are from Berseria, and I liked Violet, but then I started to like Eleanor.
Velvet, you
It's
mean?
sort of like half and half
Yeah.
with me.
I had a feeling you would resonate towards Eleanor because when we talked more, I was like, you kind of remind me of Eleanor in a little way because you're very like strictler to the rules, but you don't want to like deviate too much. And then Velvet's a little bit more rebellious in that sense.
Mhm.
But in terms like all Tales, but that's not just Berseria. Like I want, even though I haven't beaten the game, it's like Yuri Law from Vesperia. Like he is the epitome of like anti-hero. Like yeah, he Davies does his own thing, but he like despite him doing like bad things, he sticks to his sense of justice. So that's what I admire about like Yuri. Um, Also Estelle from that same game too, the princess of the group and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know any Fire Emblem fans. Like I only played one game, but like
I played
Um,
if
no, not really.
oh,
I need to get the either the new one or one of the games on the Switch
thank you for the follow, by
because
the way.
they look good. Um, but um,
the games do look great.
yeah. I have a friend that likes the Fire Emblem series.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's never the person. It's always their friend for some reason. Like I've never met anyone that's like I love Fire Emblem. It's always I got a friend that loves Fire Emblem. And then
yeah.
I also have a
I
friend that loves Fire Emblem.
only played Three Houses, and they're definitely, thankfully, like the characters that were considered minors go through time skip. So it's like if you like that character, they at least get older. But some of them are not even human. So it's like um, kind of falls into the category we talked about before. Um, so one example,
The three
Yeah.
thousand year old dragon.
yeah, like Sophis is a good example of that. Flane's a good example of that. But the one I actually like from Three Houses, her name is Annette, and she's from the Blue Lions house, and um, uh, she's like really sweet, like the song Mistress, and also like her voice actress sang the opening for Smash Ultimate, and like at least her English VA did. But Like, that's my favorite from Three Houses. But I haven't played all of them, but the ones I do like that are in Smash Bros. Like Lucina is like another one I liked. Um, of course, Professor Byleth, who at least from the get go starts out as an adult, so it's like she's pretty cool. Hmm, yeah,
Yeah.
I've re- I have another like segue, but like in terms of like I guess like comic books, I also like admire like Bruce Wayne or Peter Parker as well, and like not necessarily Husbano, but like characters I grew up with that were always cool to me, sort of thing.
Hmm.
Yeah, like the classic comics type characters, like the Black Cat. Um, Trying to think. 'Cause that's a territory I'm familiar with.
Yeah, so I was trying to deviate to that discussion because I figured like, oh, yeah, we can talk about like anime weep stuff, but like, it's good to diversify a little bit.
Yeah, Doctor Strange is mine. I
I was
don't.
just Doctor Strange, cool, nice. Um,
It
See, like
really,
I hopped in here
yeah,
expecting like a savage beatdown of people fighting over which waifu was better,
yeah.
but you know,
Well, just take like Xander Mopus' approach. Like he's the voice of Joker. I mean, he is smart to not basically pick a bias girl otherwise or whatever. Otherwise, he's gonna get that. Like he, that's a good approach to go about that. But like,
Well, every character is great in their own way. It's
mm-hmm.
just that there's probably more favorites with every different person. So this is just our opinion. You don't have to agree.
Yeah, that's for the audience. Like we all have our favorites. But at the end of the day, it's like whoever you resonate with. It's the pure reason why you like these characters. Um,
It's
keep
like
saying
on how
Schnitzel
I
from
like
Chowder.
gender bent female Joker.
Did
yeah.
you manage to pull up Schnitzel from Chowder, Keith?
Oh, let me. Oh yeah, I saw your. Let me pull him up. Is it the one with
You
the
gotta
must?
pull it up.
It's the one with the mustache, right?
No, that's
Or
Mungdal. He's the rock monster.
oh, the one on the
Little
left.
Chowder.
Oh,
Nice,
it's that.
He's the big rock monster on the
nice.
far left.
Yeah,
He doesn't talk. He's kind of like Groot in a way. All he says is rada rada.
yeah,
He doesn't
Oh
want to be
yeah,
there.
that. No wonder why that sounded familiar. Yeah, I've watched a couple of episodes together.
I love Chowder.
I've seen China, but I can't say I'm like a fan. I seen a lot more Adventure Time though when I had to watch Cartoon Network before.
Yeah, you had to be a certain age. I was, just around that age, getting
Yeah.
off it soon. But it was a good show if you were like the target demographic.
Oh yeah. Um. I mean, let's see. I mean, in terms of like cartoon like characters, that's a more like animation. I kind of do like what's her name, Frankie from Foster's Home. Like she's pretty good looking at least. She falls under the redhead category, and I believe she's an adult.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's a
Samurai Jack is another one.
samurai Jack. Um,
Oh, so do you like Jack then? Pretty much.
Shut up.
Violet, Violet.
Yeah,
Well,
pretty
it's
much.
fine because I in Samurai Jack like he hooks up with Ashi like in later series, so it's like,
Well, originally I liked Aku from there, but we all know
oh yeah, you were a former Doctor Who fan, right? Which Doctor do you like?
the 10th actually, if I remember, it's David Tennant.
yeah, David Tennant.
Oh,
He's
Yeah,
coming back actually. I saw that.
yeah,
oh,
I guess they're trying to save the series
Oh
or something.
yeah,
They
I
did a
can't
bunch
believe
of.
I didn't talk
That would
about.
be good. I need to
Now that you
actually
brought up time
turn into
traveling,
my TV.
Okabe Rintaro. Man, I can't believe I forgot to talk about Steins Gate. But yeah, Okabe and Kurisu are like my were like my OTP for the longest time. Um, because the anime is about time travel, but it's like um dealing with
That's
like
a microwave one,
real
right?
world, yeah, microwave machines, like real world like examples of like time travel, like CERN and the IBM 3000 or something like. It goes into it like in more in the series, but it's like really cool.
I just like the idea of a time travel in microwave,
Yeah,
and you're gonna microwave a can of ravioli. You send it to the future.
pretty much.
Good.
Uh,
Uh,
but yeah,
what else is there?
in terms of childhood crush, I mentioned before, I actually had a crush on both like Android 18 and Videl when I was growing up. Like Android 18 was like so cool, and she's one of like the few antagonists that now ally that I liked, and not to mention Krillin got that piece of metal, pretty much.
Piece of metal yet.
I don't know how else
The
to
toaster.
describe it.
He got the toaster.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
get it.
I mean, Violet and I have always talked about AI, and Krillin technically is married to one,
He's
right?
like the guy that married the Hatsune Miku hologram, just like that.
Right, Violet?
Yeah. The Hasume. Hasume Miku is one of my waifus, but that's going into some.
Yeah, I like Luca though,
It's because I like her songs.
the
Okay,
pink hair
that's
girl.
all.
And like an update on the guy that married his DS. Just want to know what he's up to.
Well, I just know that the dude married Miku and he held a wedding for it, so he seems really happy. So it's like
Oh,
I like wow,
the
yeah,
last video I saw, the company that like programs the hologram was like, because I guess it's a company that does that for people who are very enthusiastic of specific characters. They were gonna discontinue his his Hatsune Miku program, and he was like really sad because he couldn't talk to his waifu. It was the saddest thing, but also the most bizarre thing because it's a hologram. It's a toy.
Yeah.
oh yeah, of course,
This is why you don't marry physical objects, people. They can't talk back to you.
yeah.
If
I mean,
even if my ghost
I
figure
guess
can.
to the degree I can understand marrying like a hologram, but it's like a physical object. That's weird. That's just strange.
I'm picturing the guy talking to his little hologram, and then his premium subscription to Spotify runs out, and he has to run to Walgreens just to get another card for it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't talk to my wife. I gotta go to Walgreens real quick.
Yep.
Fucking
Yeah.
CVS.
And how would you be able to bury the thing if it dies?
It
Yeah.
runs out of battery. You mean?
Yeah. It's like
Yeah, basically.
Plug it into
no.
the wall. It's
All
like
I know is like
precipitation.
Japan. Like leave it to like Japan to innovate a way. Like if there's a will, there's a way, and someone most likely patent an idea and like I mean, someone I believe made like robots or something for the sheer fact of like maid cafes, and that's like a thing. And they've it's not to stretch the imagination. They take it even further than that.
Okay,
And
when you say robots, are you talking about like Uncanny Valley robots or like Fortnite robots? Just like actual. What are we dealing with here?
uh, let's just say the ones that look like more like doll-like or uh, gosh, the ones that serve your cup and food, sort of thing. I don't know how to describe it, but
Oh my
you probably know
god,
what I'm talking about.
I
Did,
kind of wish we had more cafes here,
This is
like
like Genshin
anime
Impact. I'm scared.
cafes.
like Japan is a very
But
interesting country. That's all I'm gonna say. Like it's very interesting and for the right and wrong
it's
reasons.
very interesting. The the stuff that I see from fact is, what's funny is when YouTube has that auto thing go off. Somehow I ended up on a Japanese YouTube account.
What was the guy
And
doing? Or
it was
whatever.
a girl, and she
What
was
was the
just
girl doing?
randomly talking about stuff. I think it was a vlog. I don't really remember, but it was a. I think it was a vlog, just her venting about her day and on how just the caption was acting weird. Like, is
I mean,
this
on one
really
hand,
what she's saying?
I'm a big fan of being able to buy a pair of Nikes off a vending machine, but on the other hand, some stuff we got to talk about with this thing, we got to sit them down and
Yeah.
level with them.
Yeah, there's some. Yeah, I know. Japan is unique.
Yeah,
It is.
I. And as far as like Genshin characters, like, oh man, like, I'm only sticking to the ones that don't look like freaking toddlers. That's all I'm gonna say about that. It's like so weird.
The 5 foot ones, the ones that are literal babies but can walk.
Yeah. But I
That should
kind
be a
of
crime.
deleted. I kind of deleted that game off my PlayStation because it took so much freaking memory. When it, like, the first few months it was okay, but then when it got bigger and bigger, I'm like, oh man, I can't play minor games, man. I'm just gonna just get this off because it takes so much space anyway. Like, no, it's like so much
With
memory
me,
for the. Wait, what?
with me, I had to break a gotcha game addiction. It was bad, and I just deleted every single gotcha. It doesn't matter how small or
Yeah,
big it was.
yeah.
It's like no more.
After the Tales of story, I'm
I not
basically done with
play gotcha
gacha
games
at this point. If you want to spend time with a
for
character, it's
that
like play a
reason.
role play
I've
game
become
or
addicted,
something.
and you will not see days.
Yeah. Like it's nothing against gacha games. It's just it's gonna be there for a finite amount of time. Like as soon as they hit a story point of it, like when it finally hits its conclusion, that's it. Like yeah, they're gonna make their money's worth because of like the gacha system, but it's like damn,
Yeah.
that's still essentially gambling. You're gambling for a PNG, to be honest.
Yeah, basically.
Gotcha games were good when the virus was going on, but now since the virus is somewhat, it's still here, but it's not. People are going back to normal living. I try to stay away from that because you know on how some squirrels are with nuts. You will not see me for days. I will be hunched over my phone or computer, not seeing the sun.
I mean, and then the way you're playing gacha in terms of, like the Mude and Karuta pot, at least, so that's like at least a form of it that's like not
Oh,
so predatory
yeah.
compared to the others.
Well, at least those you need to wait every hour or so. So I have some time to actually get up and do something.
Mm-hmm. Man, not to mention gacha games, like there's a big repetition to them. Like the one, like I remember when I got into FGO when I did, I played the summer event of 2018. After it was such a grind for us. After that, I was like, I have to put this game down. I cannot. It's like, man, how do people do it? That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I don't
How do,
know. Unless if you have no life, like
Or
no
or
life,
huge
that
like expendable income. Like, oh, okay, just PNG something. I'm just gonna spend the money and get a chance to get this character, I guess.
yeah, like you would have to be living on Social Security for beyond those games.
to
Oh
have
yeah.
like the
To
time
get a
and
job.
money to do it, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep. Pretty much.
or be a child with daddy's credit card, maybe.
Oh yeah, children have it lucky. Then you have Social Security with young adults.
Charging all the V-Bucks on your parents' credit card.
Yep.
Yo, I
Got
feel
a
bad for
game I'm
parents
not gonna
nowadays.
want to play.
And your credit card goes missing, and then you find like a bill for like 5,000 V-Bucks on it.
Yeah, I would
It's
be
like a
blaming my
fucking
kid.
billion Roblox.
Oh yeah.
Like, what is this for? I don't even have a credit card. Thank you, because I don't have one. Because I haven't
Yeah,
had spending
I have mine, but I
habit.
only spend it on like food and stuff, which is not a lot to pay back the credit. The only time I spent quite a lot on it was at the time when Sony hit me up with the PS5 drops. I was like, okay, this is like one in whatever chance. I may as well go for it, and that was like the only time I spend more than that. But other than that, it's like I do not overspend on on things
Yeah,
with that. You
my
shouldn't.
roommate locks my money away,
That's
so
good.
I don't
That's good
have
on
a hold
him.
of it. Because he knows I have a bad spending habit.
Mm.
Oh, I thought of a couple of new waifus we haven't mentioned. These are like basic though.
Sure, go
These are
for
like
it.
really milk toast. Samus Aran,
Oh,
um,
good choice.
Tomb Raider, but the PS1 blocky one, not the new one. um,
The one
yeah,
Yeah,
the low res one, the two
where you can
Samus
get
is
polygon
the
one.
good.
glitch where. Oh yeah, that one.
It's,
It would be the from the NES era.
yeah, and then actually Laura Croft, right?
Yeah, but like the
Yep.
PS1 blocky one. That's a classic one. That's the one you got to go with.
PS1.
You're not a true fan if you don't go with that.
The one that you keep on hearing the glitch about
Yeah,
Yeah,
that one. That's the one. There we
18
go.
plus.
There we go.
yeah. Yeah, Laura Croft is great. I remember. I think my dad had a crush on when what's her name when they had the live action movie of it a long ass time ago.
Oh,
Who?
oh God.
What was the name of the actress that played her though? Alright, I'm just going to look this up. Croft.
Angelina
Oh
Jolie.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, there we go. Angelina Jolie.
yeah, that's her now. Yep.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Uh, like me and Violet were talking about the Neptunia girls. Like a lot of them are, most of them are adults on like goddesses adults, right? Not humans, right?
Ever since Christian, I can't take the Dimension Tuning game
Oh
serious, but
God,
Yeah.
yeah,
that
Well,
ruined it.
granted, they're NPCs and they know they're NPCs.
Uh,
yeah. They're fall under like the not human category. So it's like,
Yeah, they're not human at all.
mm-hmm.
Um,
GLaDOS from Portal 2.
GLaDOS.
Yeah,
Are we
she
talking
falls into
about
the she falls into the non-human category.
the potato version? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, the one that, um, yeah, if you haven't played Portal 1 or 2, it's
yeah.
Oh right, she was a
obvious.
potato. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Same.
she was a potato in 2 because of Whitley.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get to keep. It's the voice. It's not the. It's the voice.
Yeah.
You have to hear her.
I think I
You
understand.
have to hear her
I've
talk.
seen my friends play Portal 2 in the past, so I get the appeal. That would mean like Siri and what's her name, their smartphone is that same, right?
Like it's her, like that movie with oh god, the actor for the Joker. I forgot his name. Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh, Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, he had a movie where he dated Kiri, basically. Fell in love
Wow,
with her.
funny. Uh,
What else?
looking for a few more. Well, I guess I can go back to like kind of from like childhood crushes categories. So it's like quite a bit of like the Sailor Moon cast. I had like crushes on that. Some of them are like are straight adults. Like Sailor, like Neptune falls under that category. Even though she's well, kind of not into dudes, but you know it's still pretty hot though.
Yeah, I didn't watch the Sailor cartoons, Sailor Moon cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
I would say it's considered an anime slash cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
I was busy watching Yu Yu Hakusho.
Um, I don't remember what I was busy watching when that came out. I think whatever my
Oh,
parents forced me to watch.
Power Rangers,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah, it was Power Rangers.
I took a wild guess. I figured
Yeah,
it was around the same time.
like
Yeah.
I guess we can take this opportunity to shout out to you know the Green Ranger that died and also Kevin Conroy. Like man, when those news hit, I was like, dude, that sucks for people's
That wasn't.
childhood.
Yeah, that was in tandem. That was strange.
That hit. If we're talking about the Batman actor dying, the Green Ranger dying, hit very hard.
Yeah,
I just wanted to stay in bed all day, but I
like
had to
I
get up.
was gonna do like my usual stick of streaming, but I was like, ah man, I can't. I don't have the mental capacity to do it because of the news. You know, it's like sucks.
Well, the last thing you
Yeah.
want to do is a Shibi Neko Demix tribute and have that would be like the worst thing ever. Um,
Mm-hmm.
if you don't know, Shibi, I mean, I'll send you the video later if you want to watch it. But after I think it was Awada died, he basically like photoshopped a bunch of Nintendo characters in the background and
Oh,
sang like the Mother 3 song in like a really high pitched, like horrible tone. And she got relentlessly bullied after that.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember that person.
Shibi Neko Demix, the speedrunner.
Yeah, I remember people talking about it.
I mean, I remember. So it was like a stream where he was playing. He was speedrunning Paper Mario at 3 a.m. and his mother just couldn't sleep, so she went downstairs and just started yelling at him.
Ooh.
He was just,
Is
he was just
he
like
is he
speedrunning.
one of those sort of
Sorry.
people? That's what I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna get into
He
it,
was
but like,
speedrunning Paper Mario. Oh, the
wow.
Japanese one for the faster load times. That's
Mm-hmm.
how knee deep he was in. And his mom was just like,
Oh,
"You go to bed. You have work in the morning." Mother, I am
oh,
speedrunning Paper Mario. Let me finish. Bing bing wahoo.
Yeah. Nice.
oh.
Well, any last few waifus you want to talk about? Because I'm probably gonna close things off pretty soon. I'm just hitting the hour mark now.
I think I'm good on that front.
Yeah,
I got
I
nothing.
got I got
We
one more mention
talked
because
about
technically
enough
this
of
version of the
that.
character gone through like time skips. So it's like Asuka from Evangelion and the one from the reboots, not the original, because the original one stays like a minor, but this one actually ages up. So it's like yeah, Oscar's like a real OG. Like Oscar or Ray debate goes deep though. um,
Oh, that's the Evangelion one.
yeah. What about you, Violet? Any last like Husbano waifu
No,
shoutouts?
I
Do you want to?
think I've talked about enough of the characters I like.
I was like, yeah,
There's
I'll
a
simp in
lot
my own time.
more, but I just don't want to get into all of them.
Yeah, we can really get into it like off stream. Well, anyways, this has been the waifu and Husbano talk for 2022 of this year. Always fun to talk about fictional characters that we admire. So, you guys want to like say bye to, I guess, whoever's going to be watching this later on?
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to Bill Clinton before I go.
Gosh, that whole thing made me laugh every time. What about you,
Bye.
Violet? Just bye. Just
Yeah,
bye, senpai. Okay.
bye.
All right, and then I guess be gone, dirty demons. That's like my usual thing. Anyways, take care, guys, and I'll put this on YouTube later.